there's been wars going on with Thomas Sotomayor and Angel Ramirez-Jordan. And dude, I mean, can I ask this to Thomas Sotomayor? If you watch my video, why do you call people who are mestizo or mestizo, mulatto looking Hispanic Mexican when they're not Mexican? You said George Zimmerman wasn't Mexican. Dude, you're Hispanic, Afro-Hispanic. Thomas Sotomayor, he's part Peru, not Mexican. And you said about Angel Jordan, um, Angel Ramirez-Jordan, who's part black Jamaican and part Hispanic Puerto Rican. So I don't understand why you call him Michael May. Cause I was thinking some Mexican and black dude, part black, part Mexican dude was harassing you, whatever. But well, it's war between him and a camel skin brother called the one called LA. The camel skin brother, my skin tone a little bit, probably a little lighter. Okay, now the camel skin brother, who's a black identified, we know we all racial mixed. He made a song called the Chocolate Boy last year. Now, even though I like Thomas, calling folks hair hella hooligans and beasties, and just, saying all black women are beasties and stuff like that, he got offended by the Chocolate Boy, and I think it was offensive because one thing about me, I'm not gonna call, even though I like Thomas Sotomayor, I'm not gonna call him Chocolate Boy. I'm not gonna go at level, okay? All right, and I'm lighter than Thomas Sotomayor. Okay, I'm not extremely light skinned, but I am lighter than him. I am a lighter shade than him. Okay, so then, so here's a brother who's very Afrocentric, who is racially mixed, who's part black, Jamaican, and part Puerto Rican. I mean, if he was in Houston, in Texas, they would think he was part black and part Mexican or something. But yeah, but he's not Mexican. He is part Hispanic, but not Hispanic origin, not Mexican. Puerto Rican, it's Puerto Rican. And Thomas has been calling him sissy bone, gay, calling him um, Michael Mix, the black Mexican hair breed, and all this other stuff. And Thomas Hill is part Panamanian, and Panamanian, no matter if they're dark or light, are racially mixed. Many of them are Afro mestizo. So, just because you look like motherland Africa brother, you're not pure black. I call a spade a spade. And mixed Hispanics are racially mixed. Many of them are Afro mestizo. Who knows that Mexico? Okay, so you're not. I'm sorry, you're not pure black. I don't, if I was one of them doggone black and down nationalists and I was looking for a pure black person to hang around with, I wouldn't choose. I stick to the T. I wouldn't choose people in America because people in America who do have African DNA are not pure. So I had to go to Africa to find someone pure. Okay, get my point. So so tell us, which I have to agree with TheOneCalledLA. He's right that you over here, you can't get mad about a chocolate boy, but we over here calling hair hooligans and saying majority of black women are beasties and worst steward of parenting. I'm not gonna lie, there are some women, I said some, who are the worst steward of parenting and making our race look bad by practicing that conservative WASP. I'm sorry, get offended, anybody. I'm about to say it. Conservative WASP bullshit, and I'm part mixed with English besides black, French, Creole, and the American. So get the English Pilgrims brought that beating the child mess here and taught the slaves there when they descendants of the Pilgrims taught that slave during slavery. Okay, yeah, and being beastie like I call them cicada mamas. And one thing I tell on my video, because unlike Tommy, not every sister is cicada mama. Okay, at the bottom of my mom, that's a cicada mama. I would never stick my dick in her to make some kids. I'm not making my kids have no nightmares. Okay, and trust me, she was beat my child, it'll be me and her, and I wouldn't care about her fucking gender. She did something to my child, I'm coming after. I get that from my grandfather, who was a dark-skinned Creole, and he, trust me, when my grandma or my dad tried to put their hand, oh no, he didn't play that bullshit. So, point is, um, so, point is, it's in the family tree. Anyway, if it happens to my child, I'll go behind my child. So yeah, I understand there's some sisters who got that wasp and slave mentality, that Willie Lynch bullshit in their head. Yeah, those are coons. Those are kind of anti-mama coons. Yeah, they're the bad reputation in the black American race. They're making our community look bad. Yeah, call them out, but don't sit here and say every sister like that. Okay? Not every sister like that. I met so there's a sister right now, kind of darker skinned sister. Her name is Paula Flo, and she has a campaign, anti-corporate punishing campaign. I commend this sister. She's trying to fight against corporate punishing and get it banned in the United States. Yes, and she a sister. She a dark kind of. She got a mahogany color sister. Very beautiful sister, and she's fighting for our people and all children to stop the corporal punishment in the United States. She even went to England where it came from. Okay, yeah, because doing the process of reformation, they followed that stupid interpretation of making their own interpret. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be anti. Hey, anybody's surprised that I used to be one. I'm not one. Okay, so since '93, I haven't been one, and I ain't gonna be one. They try to convert you to. Oh no, you better not. I will call out on you. But point is, that's why they beat me and cuss their kids out. Like I said, it might be about the McKinney situation. You can't get mad at that white officer. You cut your own kids out. You know what I'm saying? Said your mother and father had to be an enemy to them. Because when you say this type of words to your kids, you're becoming an enemy. You're perpetrating the same racism, intra-racism, should I say, and the same abusive behavior that a cop would do. Okay? So you can't get mad when cops kill Freddie Gray or beat a person of color. You can't get mad because you're doing the same thing to your kids. So I agree that these sisters who do that need to be called out for it. Because they don't want being coons. They don't want hurting the black race. And the brothers who being a Sakata, Uncle Ruckus, Savage Brutes are being that. Yeah, I call them out because they're hurting our people, and especially our children. You know what I'm saying? If there was a way, if I said, I'm not trying to be blasphemous, if I was God, I would sterilize these folks those outside of black race who put the same bias and abuse to these kids, abuse them in any separate way, they would not have children, and they would not have access to children. You know what I'm saying? So, I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. So, you know, that's how that I understand calling them beasties, but don't say every sister's a beastie, okay? And don't say black women are the worst through their children. Just say some women who happen to be black, you know what I'm saying? And let me let you know, the death threats you're getting, Tommy, and this is the reason why I can't get mad, because after I heard the explanation of the Chocolate Bar song, okay, you cannot get mad about folks getting mad at you, Tommy, for saying, because you said you generalize the sisters, you talking about hairhead hooligans, and talking about it's your essential beauty when white folks going in the tan and salon or the beach to get my shade, okay, to get big lips like me, okay. Back in the 80s when the mulatto woman, what's her name, Jennifer Beals, when she did flash dance and her natural curly hair, besides the zero curls, over kinky hair getting zero curls, okay. Well, guess what? The white folks and me and some Hispanic and other people was getting curly permanent. We call it, I was gonna call them permanent wave in their hair to make it curly. You know what I'm saying? I knew one Hispanic guy that I know that lived not too far from me. Uh, he said when he had a curly perm in his hair, he's Mexican. He had a curly perm hair. He went to Prince concert. Everybody thought he was Prince. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? The real trying to be black, trying to put a curly perm. When these white guys and some Hispanic guys too get fades. Are they trying to be African American? Yes. Because back in the day, bald head face, when the flat tops was in and stuff, white men who were skinheads wore fades. But when brothers like Michael Jordan were bald in their hair and they always wear the Caesar cut fades and all this, brother, then next thing the other men of every race start doing it. And then dreadlocks. You got I one time saw white women with dreadlocks. You see white men. So I mean, I don't get offended, and I don't you can call them dreadhead hooligans or something. You know what I'm saying? Tan skin hooligans. You know, thick collagen lip hooligans. I mean, come on now. You have Asian women, some and men too. Some of them get the eyelid surgery. I mean, come on, everybody. I mean, we all, it's and like I got a relaxer. You know what I'm saying? This is my body. I don't hate myself. I love myself. I do what the fuck I want to do to my body. You know what I'm saying? And I'm racially mixed. I'm not pure black. I thank God I know my mixed background a lot. You know what I'm saying? Compared to some people don't search who they come from. I know where you come from. You know where you're going. But you can't get mad by a charcoal boy when in the death threats you're getting, and because you feeding a whole group of people. You mean, for example, like the McKinney people, the white racist people, and their Coonan brother that's in who's radio station in Dallas defending the white racist cop. Okay, That's racism when he did that dark skinned sister. He was. I mean, I understand she was mobbing. I don't condone it, but at the same time, okay, him as he's an formerly known as Officer um, Eric Casebolt. He was the one who came there angry, cussing the folks, and all the reason why because two white racist women, stupid bitches who caused fighting, calling folks, telling folks to go back to Section 8 and stuff. They was not at the party. They happened to be at the pool, but they was not at this party. And they did not like the fact that it was mostly people African American came there. A white, you over here, you know what I'm saying? Tommy, you being the coon. You sit here and said that the light skinned guy that, kind of tawny skinned brother that was his name Adrian Harris. Was it Adrian Harris? Whatever his name is, the 18-year-old, the one that the white officer put a gun on when he was trying to check up on that dark skinned sister. You don't want to defend talking about he had a right to pull a gun on him. He said, which is true, when his friend came, the brown skinned dude came behind him and actually knocked him over, he almost tipped over to all of a sudden. That's when officer, you defend this guy. You know what I'm saying? You defend this white man. You say he should be arrested. I mean, he should. It was wrong, but you see, he had a right to pull a gun. He's like, okay, what is it? Should he be arrested? Or should he have a right to be? You know what I'm saying? That was completely. You know, here talking. Everybody keep talking about the folks jumping off the document fence. This started because two white racist women who have to be racist ass redneck bitches start the fight, attacking Tatiana, sister who her mother had started the cookout at the party. See what I'm saying? That's why folks is causing death threats. I'm not saying, and like I said in my video, it's no reason to put your life online and be put in jail, making letters online, they can trace it out there, or making letters on the phone to these folks. But the reason why, because they feeling racism. Everybody's tired. Because back in the day when folks were fighting against racism, they got death threats. Now folks who for the racism, they getting death threats. And like I said, I don't feel, I don't feel sorry for y'all asses getting death threats because y'all start a lot of bullshit with people because you call folks hair like hooligans because they wear weave. Like I said, if in the world I ain't gonna dead stuff, whatever. What I could do for you, Tommy, when I do get some money, I buy you some yaki to put on your head. I buy you a perm. You grow your fro out to put in your hair since you want to stretch your hair. Because many people who don't like folks making cosmetic changes, they don't want to do themselves because they're obsessed with it. Okay. For example, I don't like tattoos. Would I get mad with something? No. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and tattoo your body up. I ain't putting no needle in my on my skin and draw marks on my doggone body, and you never know what's gonna cause an infection, whatever. Okay, so people want to do that business. I don't make no tons of bills about the tattoos. I only need one bill. That's it. Okay, so I don't get. What I'm saying? I have a life of my own. I have, what I'm saying? So, it ain't them winning weed. You know what I'm saying? It's the person's action. I think you should focus on that. But I can't tell a nearly 40-some-year-old man what to do. But when you make an ass, I just tell Tommy, you can't get mad about Angel bashing you. You can't get mad about the one LA making Chocolate Boy because he said the reason why he made the song was your reaction. Because you over here calling black women black bitches. You over here calling all black women BT 1000 beasties. You the one calling saying talking about dark skinned women look like a man. And one thing, let me cut this straight about the dark skin. I know you Afro Latino, but not all of us live by the Latino culture about what's dark skin and what's light skin. To African American people, dark skin is your color. Okay, some of the women you talk about them by being and some men too being dark skin on your videos, they're about my shade and lighter and brown skin. That's not dark skin. Okay, so I wish you get that in your head. This is caramel skin. This is caramel skin. This is caramel skin, brother. Get your eyes straight. This is not no dark skin. This is not dark brown. This is not like a dark brown chocolate ball. This is dark skin. No offense to the body. I'm just trying to get this food. I'm just being specific what I'm saying. This is caramel skin. It's a lighter shade. Okay? It's not pale skin, but it's caramel skin. It's lighter than your shade. So please, it gets on my nerves when I see your videos to see what the heck you talk about. You over here call some sister who's not dark brown skin, dark skin. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with that extreme black and down Afro senior bullshit. Y'all can call me a coon. You can call me whatever. I don't believe in that shit. Okay? Call me whatever you want to call me. But I'm not gonna let nobody define me by their stupid ignorance. Okay? And like I said, dog, because I had a sister who was not feeling because she did speak for something, but she was cool. She knew the fuck about her complexion. So she can talk about I'm dark. No, I'm not dark skinned. I may be darker than someone that's high, extremely high yellow, but when it comes to us, dark brown skin is dark skin. I do not have dark brown skin. I have caramel skin. So yes, I do get offended, and I don't give a fuck about them death. I don't wish no death on nobody, but still, really, you know. So anybody that's not pale, that's dark skinned to you. But in since the one draw rule identify us as black, and not all of us is dark brown. Anybody that's light and dark brown will consider light skin, and until what after the 80s they start saying, well, brown skin. I like, but remember, Halle Berry's not fair skin. She a light brown skin, so is she? You know what I'm saying? Y'all have all these stupid theories about what is light, what is dark. But when I was coming up, I was called light skin, and I'm Cameron. I was lighter when I was a little baby. But when I got to this shade, I was still called, and even today, some people call me light skin, brown skin, whatever. But the only time somebody have called me dark skin in the 2000s was to insult me. When I told them straight up it was a lie y'all do at the job, and I'm serious, I was going to beat the bullshit out this how y'all's gonna make that dude red. Don't you ever call me that. I'm not. And then one thing, just because I'm camel skin brother who wants to be pure black so bad and then Afrocentric bullshit, I don't believe in that. Okay, call me a sellout. I live by my way, not nobody else's. So like I said, when he called me there, I was to be. I'm sorry if it was no 12. Hey, if it was not a $12 an hour job in corporate America, I would beat the shit out of this dude. I would cuss his ass out. And I didn't care if he was big, and I would not, because one thing, when you big, I find something to knock you out like Craig did Devo and Friday. Okay, that's how I would do. And I was going to beat the crap out of him. If I see that brother again, and little cops around, I will act a damn fucking fool. Don't let me see that brother around again. After I did my time in 2008, I'm going to go visit the company, see how everybody was doing, see it was high over there, so get high over there. So I made my doggone money. He lucky that I didn't have no weapon around me, and we was not outside, cause I would cuss his ass out in front of all them white folks, and I wouldn't give a fuck about being stereotyped as the typical thug attitude. You do not disrespect me, cause the reason why he was calling me dark skin just to make fun of me, okay? Cause I'm not fair skinned. But like I said, I don't care because I don't want to be fair skinned. At least I have a nice tan. Hey, these white folks try to get that shade, not the almost pale shade. I'm sorry, no offense, but I'm serious. And I'm not gonna let nobody beat it on me like that again. Like I say, but this dark skin, like these dark skinned dudes, not all, some dark skinned folks, not all, who blacker than thou, wish everybody would be blacker than thou. They want to make anybody that, try and find something to call somebody dark. And like I said, them folks are lighter than your ass. Some of them women that you talking about were light, and some of the men too, were lighter than your ass. They not dark like you. So stop calling folks dark skin who were not dark skin. Because back when I was coming back in the 80s, I was 79, dark brown was dark skin. Dark brown to actual like black like these sheep here, that was dark skin. Okay, so you know what I'm saying. So I don't give a damn about. See, at first I felt sorry for Tommy being called Choco Boy, but after I looked at this and I read and I looked at the one of LA saying, he said, I reason I made it see how his reaction, because he was calling sisters black bitches and beasties and, as a whole. He not saying some, like I said, some women also call their mamas and some are not, okay? I also talked about Brute Uncle Ruckus too, okay? The brothers out there, they light skin, dark skin, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I don't say all of us like that. I don't say everybody else like that. So I know some sisters who are very good mothers, who don't beat their kids. I met sisters who don't talk down their kids. They nice their kids. You know what I'm saying? They treat their kids with respect. And like I say, I know, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, you have to, and one thing talk about those who are dark skinned or worse, too, that's the woman next door. That's the woman next door for me, because I have a screen door. Oh, you know what I mean? Locked in the door. Woman next door for me, he lied to me. She, like, she almost passed for Hispanic. She had a yellow bone chick and big. She cussed her kids out, taught down. Like, if anybody saw my video, you probably, when I was doing the video, you probably heard everything she was saying, because of, I want to call CPS on her ass. I'm serious. Like I said, if I was a pregnant, one thing I would not make baby with that chick because she beat my dog kid. It's on, and I will go to jail behind my child. Lucky there was no kids, not mine. But anyway, that's a different scenario. But my point is, you can't sit here and talk about, oh, they calling me Black Monkey and Choco Boy, but they threaten me because you saying offensive shit. Yeah, freedom of speech, but you have to have respect with your freedom of speech. Okay? When you attack a whole group of people, of course people want to get offended. And the people, men and sisters who 9, 10 offended, they're not the beastie ones. You know what I'm saying? They're not the ones who beat and cuss their kids and abuse their doggone children. They not the one who do all this fighting going on. Okay, not too long ago, I was trying to do a video on my video. The song is all doggone webcam, stupid ass YouTube. But I had saw a video on my phone where these two white women, a brunette, a dark haired white woman with a brunette and a blonde. And the dark haired white woman had her child, like he was mixed with something. Like he mixed with partial black, part Hispanic, something. He was attacking the blonde. He was at Walmart. Yeah, it was some ratchet shit. And it was two white women. Okay? So you cannot sit here and say that it's always black women. It's just that a bunch of folks who have been part of the black race take fights on their phone and put it on World Star Hip Hop. But I bet you, if you had a lot of white folks on that free time who would take a video and put two white women fight like this white man did on YouTube and on World Star, it was on YouTube. Okay, you know what I'm saying? He had the little boy fight. He was on fire. The little boy. He was out to defend his mama. Now, I understand it was wrong for him to scandalize her child, but he was throwing stuff at, I don't know, it was the hairspray, whatever, at one point. Leave our mama alone. And when the white woman told the other white woman who was watching, hey, don't do that, sir. Don't do that, boy. Don't do that little boy. And she said, y'all tell me what to I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to scandalize my child, but my child, if I was in the fight, I wouldn't be shocked because if I had good parents and it was abusing, they were not abusing all this stuff, and someone attacked my parents, I would attack the person who attacked my kid. So, for example, I give you one example. Even though this is two sisters, one chocolate brown skin, one camera. The camera skin is what's her name? Tiffany Pollard and her mama Sister Patterson. Now, um, even though Spanish had no business flirting with that white man, it was the Frankie Entertainer. Y'all know on what's that? I just watch I Love New York, but in Favor of Love and Rock of Love and all them. So there was some crazy women on them folks, both black and white and everything. But it mean too because Rock of Love was the guy from Poison. Brent Michaels, and other was Very Love Ratchet. Both of them was Ratchet. Y'all Flav and Brent don't come after me, but y'all will be in Ratchet on them shows, okay? All right. But anyway, with Tiffany Pollard from she used to be on Fair Love. Well, she was in New York. Well, one time when she had the white guy, the Italian guy, what's his name, Frankie Antino, and his mama came there, okay? And they had the families on. That's when Jennifer Hudson's baby daddy, they gonna get married. Punk, the one called Punk David. Okay, yeah. And he ain't no punk. He sure got that. He got Jennifer Hudson pregnant. Sure did. He's a lawyer. Okay, when he had his white mom, he about my color. He camera like me. He had his white mother. Okay, when his white mother was there, and then Frankie and Tina had brought his parents there, and Sister Patterson, Tiffany Pollard's mother was trying. I'm saying she was being flirtatious towards Frank the Entertainer's uh um what's it called dad. And when Frank tell her mom said you old trans bastard with a wig, it was so funny. And she said you got. And then she told the white woman he have a beaver head. You know a beaver. It was so funny. And so, and the Frank tell daddy even trying to defend his wife. He just looking like, dang, how did I get in this bullshit? So anyway, where I was. Teddy Parler, she said, because, I mean, that's one thing I hate about people saying, you shouldn't disrespect your elders, but when you disrespectful towards your, to young people, they don't make it right either, so don't get fucked up and get all mad when a young person defend themselves from disrespecting them or their mama, okay? So, even though I thought it was wrong for Sister Patterson to flirt and, in front of Aunt Tanner's dad, I do give Tiffany credit to defend her mom. You know what I'm saying? That's, they have a good relationship, mother and daughter relationship, and And like the mama get mad at Tiffany. She showed it. She didn't get mad at what's it called, New York, because you know what I'm saying. If somebody, which is true, somebody in my family, old or young, you start attacking them, and we're cool, okay. Again, the ones who don't mistreat me, I don't care about. But the ones who are cool, you start attacking, talking down them, mistreat. Of course, I'm gonna come after your ass. I don't care if you're old or young. I will defend my family. So when I saw the Walmart tape, yeah, two white women, I can't get mad too bad at the little boy because he had a right to beat up that the woman who's beat up his mom. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This white woman who came out and said, hey, Thomas, listen to what I have to say. The white woman, the white woman came up who was in the little buggy carrying little thing. I thought she was disabled riding anything. But anyway, she was shopping in a little buggy thing. And she wasn't able to get up and then try to fight the brunette, the dark haired woman, you know what I'm saying? And the dark haired, the brunette woman, the white woman, she got her child. And that little boy, so I don't condone him fighting a dog, but hey, he was defending his mama, okay? You know what I'm saying? So, and so my point is, um, they were fighting Tommy, and they were being ratchet and ghetto and cussing in front of Walmart. I'm like, dang, what is up over there in Walmart? Supposed to be fight acting a fool in Walmart. I don't know what that color is, because I've seen it all. But he got folks twerking at Walmart. I'm afraid of twerk. I'm afraid to twerk at Walmart because I want to get kicked out of the store. But anyway, point is, um, that you can't get upset when you make these generalizations talking about beastie. I understand folks who your audience saying stuff, but you make a stereotypical version of it, and you start calling them like you said, dark skinned women like a man. I know plenty of dark skinned women who do not look like men. Okay, you even have a light skinned woman. What's her name? Is it Gloria Johnson or Brittany? Whatever the two lesbian couple, and that woman, Gloria is not dark skinned. She brown skinned. Okay. You said Kelly Rose was brown or was dark skinned. She not dark skinned. She brown skinned. Got mad at her for saying brown. She not. She Kelly Rowland and Gloria lighter than you. Anyway, so, but her, was it Brittany Garner, whatever her name is, who played for the Phoenix, whatever, in WNBA, I'm serious, she do like a doggone man, a light-skinned man with dreads, okay? And she not dark-skinned, so you can't sit here and say, all dark-skinned women look like men. I mean, I don't know what y'all, see, you get mad if someone call you Choco Boy, but yeah, you over here saying a woman who's the same shade as you like a doggone man. I know plenty dark-skinned women who do not look like doggone men. I don't know what that concept come in your head. I mean, even like Kris Jenner. If you saw Kris Jenner, excuse me, Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, before, if we did not know that Bruce Jenner exists as a celebrity, if he was just a regular old person and he put on that makeup, he can pass for, I'm not saying white women look like him, but he like a doggone woman, okay? You know what I'm saying? You know, he do. I mean, just like RuPaul. RuPaul, camera skin, he put a wig. You saw RuPaul, and he was not famous. You think it's a woman with a blonde wig on, camera skin, sister with a blonde wig on. So, I mean, you know, so just like Chaz Bono, she was a woman first, now she's a man. Okay, if she was a regular old person and wasn't no celebrity, you would think that's a doggone man. So it don't have to do with race. It's that if someone was, I'm not trying to sound gay, but someone put me in drag, okay, you would think I want it because I'm not too light, okay. It don't make no sense, okay. So you can't sit there and say these women look like a doggone man. The women who on that BC squad, where you call it, they all look like women, and they different shades of brown and light and to dark skin, okay? Because you know what I'm saying. So I don't know where you can get. You think the darker they are, the worse they are, the more savage like. But you know what I'm saying. You can't say that when you get mad about someone call you monkey, black monkey, chocolate bar, crispy, and everything. Because the same stuff they saying about you do is the same stuff they say about people who you don't even know. Because I understand there are people who do act beastie and thugging, no matter if they're female, male, or light skin or dark skin, and they making us as a race look bad, and I call them out. But I don't say all of us act that way. I don't say all of us act that way, brother. And I think you need to start. If you don't want nobody making death, it's just like them white racist folks over there in McKinney, Texas, and they'll coon, the highly skinned coon named Bernae Embry, whatever dog her name is, and yeah, the real host get on death threats, okay, because he's defending white racism. See, back in the day, They would got away with it. They wouldn't get no death threats, okay? Back in the Jim Crow days and slavery days. We would get the death threats if we was defending against, going against racism, or we was getting up the plantation, whatever. But no, this coon defending the white racist officer who quit, and now you have these doggone white racist people go, we scared to show our face because we want to get no death threats, because people, one thing, people are tired of being oppressed. You know what I'm saying? No one's not gonna take that bullshit no more. So when you make these blanket statements about all races of people, or you know what I'm saying, that's when you get your ass, you know, talk shit about. That's when you get mistreated, because you hurting people who have the same physical characteristics as those people, or similar background, and they don't fit that stereotype, and that's why they get offended. That's why you get offended. Okay, so don't get mad about what's the name, talk about Chaco boy, but we over here calling them beastie, call every sister a beast. I don't understand there's some sisters who do act a beast stereotype, who need to be called out for, and need to tell her, hey, stop acting that way. You're making other race look bad. I get it. You're making a stereotype, because remember back in slavery days, they thought us having black blood, we were savage because they thought Africans were savage, and also called Native American savages too. Okay, but still, we need to tell those folks, but we can't tell a person what to do, but we need to call it like they are. They're being violent, making race look bad. We need to call it like it is. So, for example, who's Ratchet and Ghetto? You said you defended. Remember the video I said about the Evelyn over Bar Banks and Chad Ochocinco? You talking about this woman is not ratchet. Talking about Evelyn Lazor, and she's Latina. She's Hispanic, Puerto Rican. Okay, she's the ratchetest one. She was the ratchetest one on Basketball Wives, and she was the lightest one on Basketball Wives, except for Susie. Okay, who's part Asian and part white. Okay, and Tammy about her color. Okay, and she was beating on folks and fighting folks on the doggone show every doggone season before she left. Evan Lazardo was ratchet, ghetto. I'm serious. I'm serious. And like I say, I don't believe in what spousal abuse, but I do believe that she started a fight with Chad Archingo, and he got tired of it. He probably hit her, and he knocked her out. And like I say, he headbutted her. And any woman who does it to a man, just like any man does it to a woman, deserves to get their ass whooped. If you hit a woman for no reason, she didn't put her hand on you, you deserve to get your ass whooped by that woman, whoever. If you a woman, you hit put a man's on a man, and he ain't did shit to you, you deserve to get your ass whooped. You deserve. I'm sorry. Hey, that's gender equality right there, because I went both sides, vice versa and all, okay? So, you know, so she was the righteous one, you over here, you know what I'm saying? You made her like she the goodest to shoot the world. Evelyn is a ratchet mess. I'm glad, and like I said, I don't like that bitch. I like to see her act a fool so I can laugh at her, but I don't like that bitch. I don't like that pinche perra. That means a fucking bitch in Spanish. Okay, I don't like, Evelyn Lazard. I don't like her. I don't care about her looking being Hispanic and having olive skin and long hair. Like I say, if that bitch come near me, I'll tell her to get her ass away from me. Okay, I'm serious. I don't like no woman of any race acting like that. Okay, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? She's supposed to be a lady. She got a daughter and she got a kid too, and but she got from the basketball player. And yes, I'm not saying the baby was cash wrestler, but she did get that doggone baby. After she left Chad, she went to a baseball player. How the world you gonna leave from a husband, divorce him, and then go with a man? And next couple of doggone months, and next year y'all get married. You barely knew who the man was. I'm saying it's a long time friend, but doggone that don't make no sense. Hollywood's crazy. Either I want to live and be in the Hollywood scene. I ain't gonna divorce. Well, I don't want to divorce my wife, because I don't believe in that. But if I was to divorce her, how I'm going to divorce her in the next couple of months, get her pregnant, get another woman pregnant, and marry. I don't understand. It's just weird. But Chad, you know what I'm saying? And I don't care about her being whatever. That woman is ratchet and ghetto from the Bronx and Brooklyn, wherever she doggone from. And like I say, Evan Lazarda is a true reason. You can't take you get someone out of the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of them. Okay? And she, all that money, she, instead of trying to be upscale, at least one thing, even though she get a little ratchet on my Nene Leaks, she moved upscale and bougie, and I do give her credit, okay? So once she be bougie too, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? So like I say, I would shoot. She is lucky that Evelyn just lucky I don't have a JJ, but I ain't trying to sound good, because I tell you, if I was on Basketball Wives, I would not beat Jennifer. I'd beat the bitch ass. Understand? She's lucky I'm not a female, because she was to come after me and throw wine glasses at me, whatever. I knock over the camera people, and Shawnee's birthday party. I beat the bitch ass. I was, if I was a doggone female. She is lucky I am not a woman that have a PP instead of a JJ, because I would knock the bitch ass on the ground. I'm serious. I'm sorry. You want to fight and act ghetto, you come at somebody, you deserve to get your ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? And they go for male and female. You know what I'm saying? You want to pick on people, bully people, because I used to be bullied at school. That's how I know, okay? So that's my attitude. I don't care what your color is. I don't care what your race is, your gender, your religion, your sexual orientation. I don't care what all. You come and bully people and start fights and stuff, your ass will get your ass knocked out by a bullet or by someone's fist or whatever, or object. I call it like it is. So, point is, Tommy, you had no reason calling all sisters to be beasties. You have a daughter. You know what I'm saying? And your daughter's not dark skinned. She camera skinned, like she lighter than you. You know what I'm saying? She like mine about my shade. So, and like I said, I stick to where I grew up. Dark brown is dark skin. Anything lighter is not dark skin. Get that in your head. Stop imposing Afrocentric and black and down bullshit theories on folks who don't go along with that theory. Cause I don't. I'm sorry. Call me Uncle Tom, whatever. I at least defend my people when they get mistreated by the police and stuff. I don't see him make videos talking about that he had the white racist cop had a right to put a gun on their sister or the light skinned brother, one or two. Okay, he had no right to put a gun on nobody, acting like he in World War II. And once again, and you can't take the two white racist women start the fight. Call my Section A and stuff. Okay, they don't want to start that. You know what I'm saying? When they had nobody jumping off the fence, whatever, if them two white racist women then I start beating, putting their hands on their sister, on their camera skin sister. Shoes. Probably just of Tatiana camera skin sister, because she looked way better than two white racist women. The dark hair one, Shannon Toon, whatever dog, and what's her name? What was that dog? The blonde one that working. Oh, I forgot her name. Whatever her name is, the one that work at Bank of America. They, them two white racist women was ugly, and it ain't because they were white, they just ugly and racist. And that, how y'all know some racist people are the most ugliest one, no matter what they can be black, they can be white. I'm serious. They can be mixed. They can be the most ugliest people. And even if they do try to, if they consider to be good looking to society, they can be the most ugly, stupid ass people. Okay? No matter what their shade of color is. And I'm saying, when they was talking about Section A, you can tell these two big old fat, no offense to anybody that's big, but they were two racist, white racist people that are big and fat. They was jealous of that Tatiana being way better looking than them, okay, and thin all, okay, pulling her hair. That was Tatiana had long hair. That wasn't a weave, okay, and they were they were just jealous. Why? And even the little girl, the teenage girl with the bikini, they was thin. Them big grown racist women were big and fat, and I can imagine they cannot put no two-piece bikini on and all that rolls and everything. You can just tell they was in bigger fields. Of course, they was jealous. They was jealous. I got like this. I come to, what I'm saying, and them two white racist women that was at the pool party fighting and stuff, calling folks niggas and talking about Section A and stuff. They was the ugliest women. I'm serious. They try to look beautified on their pictures and stuff, especially on LinkedIn with her or the fan, was it LinkedIn or the blonde chick, the one that work at Bank of America. She might, because if I didn't see the video, I said she looked good. But when I saw the video of her being racist and fight, she looked ugly. She did. She looked ugly. You can tell they had low self-esteem. See, one thing I found about racist people, they have low self-esteem about themselves. They don't want to hate themselves. Racist people, whether African American descent, white, Asian, Hispanic, mixed, whatever, have low self-esteem about somebody because they feel in order to put someone down, they have to tear somebody down. You know what I'm saying? Putting someone down because of their race and think they're better. Well, I mean, if you feel good about yourself, you wouldn't have to feel like you have to put somebody's race down. You know what I'm saying? But no, they feel inferior about themselves in order to feel superior about themselves. They got to put somebody down because of their race. Yeah, that's what it is. They hate themselves. Hitler killed himself. He was the biggest racist in the planet. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta tell like it is. Some white people proud when they're racist. No, they're not. You know what I'm saying? And I met people who are racist who admit they did hate themselves and they wish them anything else, but they don't like being comfortable being white or black, whatever, or being like a dog, whatever, and they feel they have to put people down as a group, who don't look like them in order to feel better about themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I don't, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm a people person. I like all types of people, no matter what that light skin, dark skin, mixed race, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, and I'm a camera skin, little part of this world, mixed race, multiracial brother, okay? Multiracial mixed race brother, excuse me. And I don't have no problem being mixed with black and white and Native American not being too dark or too extremely light, okay? So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm comfortable with my skin, but it's people who do not like themselves, make generalizations about somebody, and they have self-esteem. I do feel that, yeah, you're talking about he is a self-hater. You you can make all that statement about somebody putting blonde contact, blue contact, say whatever, all that stuff. There are people who all that acquisition bullshit to cover everything up. Yeah, put that acquisition bullshit about extreme acquisition bullshit trying to tell somebody how to wear and dress because they have one job black belt and they don't do it because they hate themselves. And when they don't hate themselves, they don't want to hate themselves. Why they gotta put a mask about being Afrocentric and extreme, and then not only, and I mean, I can see you living that theory for yourself, but they try to post it on everybody they see. They got one job black blood, and if you don't follow their stupid doggone stand, you hate. No, they don't want to hate themselves. They want to. And one thing, a person hate themselves. You're trying to control people because they miserable, and miserable loves company. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, and I do feel that you can't get mad about Angel, and they attacking you, these light skinned brothers, because they are light skinned, and yeah, he's a light skinned too. He not extremely light skinned like Angel Ramirez Jordan, but he is lighter than you. Thomas, you can't get mad about this lighter shade brother, camera skin brother, the one LA called LA making Choco Boy. And like he said, I'm not, because he said he has a dark skinned son. He said, look, the reason why I made that video to see your reaction. He said the reason why I made the video is because you over here calling dark skinned women and black women as a whole, black bitches, black beasties, you know what I'm saying, hair hooligans, all other stuff. And one thing I know is the reason why you doing it, because on your bills back in 2013, excuse me, you said it was about a case about an older woman raping a young little boy or something, got the child pregnant. And you said that when you was in school at 8 years old, your babysitter, who was a sister, and she had a wig, whatever, and she raped you. You don't know what that was, and I think that's the reason why you have that, because you still have issues about being raped by this woman. Okay, instead of trying, because like I said about the mixed race bloodline, people say they were raped by, and I said not every situation, especially in Louisiana, because I have roots in Louisiana, not every racial mixing by slave master and slave master and black woman, whatever, was about rape. There was, I'm going to go in detail, but in Creole, Louisiana, there were interracial marriages between Frenchmen and mulatto and pure black and mixed sisters. Okay, and because they had free women of color, especially when the Frenchmen made the babies with slave and freedom, whatever. Those people was free people of color. They had free people who were French people of color who's free. So due to the fact they had a white daddy, whatever. So point is, but point is, I say the same thing. It's not the color of the person who raped you. It's just the person as themselves. Because not every white, it's like saying not every sister raped you who was there at the time you got raped, right? I mean, a sister, she would have saw that sister raping you, Mr. Thomas, you, and when you was a little baby, your babysitter, they were attacked. They beat the crowd. They called CPS on. They called police on. Okay, so you can't say that about all sisters. Okay, so you can't. I'm sorry. It's like the McKinney people over here talking about the white cop was good for what he did to them, the teenagers and stuff. Okay, they getting their threats. Okay, well guess what? And then so that coon, that mahogany color brother coon up there down there in Dallas, Texas. Yeah, I don't feel sorry for that brother. I don't wish death on him. Like I said, I ain't gonna go break the law over some society being stupid. Okay, at the end of the day, the police officer gone, and what I'm saying, he needs to be charged for, but still, Y'all sitting here making that. Y'all don't try to go against the law because of ignorant ass people. And the thing about Tommy, instead of y'all threatening him, just go ahead, flag him down. Just flag his videos down. Flag his videos down. You know what I'm saying? And Tommy is famous for calling, like he said. And the reason why Tommy, the people being upset about your words because there's the white racist people who let us see some of our people cool and talk bad about the whole race of people and put us down and stuff. Okay, they're the ones like your videos. The ones who are not black like your videos. They like the fact that you talk bad about sisters and other black people in a stereotypical sense. People African descent because we're not pure black. But you know what I'm saying? So they like to see that. Okay, and they're glad a dark skinned dude who look pure black saying all this word. They don't have to say they got somebody to say. Like I always tell people, I don't use the word anywhere on comments anywhere, but the white folks who who like to see their black friends call each other, who so-called black friends call each other niggas and stuff like that. They saying it for them. You know what I'm saying? So I say it like it is, because I know I ain't gonna call myself no nigga. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna let no other race or anybody in the African descent race call me that. I will confront your ass for it. And so, they like to see all that. You get that white woman on there, whatever her name, Tammy or Tommy, whatever her name is, white, the blonde. She like a bimbo type woman. But she on you on her show and stuff. You over here saying that what caused bad in the black community, Coco black community was the integration. Excuse me, hold on. I have an issue with that. Our people like Martha King, who did not come, Medgar Evers, Rosa Parks, um, and Martha King's wife. Okay, Prescott King. They fought for our people. They fought for our people to be free in this country. Integration did not hurt us. I have to say this, I don't normally call it cone. It was our own people that hurt themselves in doing integration. Okay? And by black businesses not being successful in integration, one thing, I'm an entrepreneur person and I will go to all types of people because I'm not worried about the color of the person. I'm worried about the color green. If I have my own company, which I do, I'll hire all types of people. I'll have speak different languages. Like McDonald's go all the world. They go to Japan. They go to Mexico. They go all over the place. You got to diversify your business. You cannot sell in one part of the country and have a successful business. So that's the whole reason why that black businesses did not go successful because men was so being ethnocentric, okay, and being ethnocentric is not gonna get you anywhere, okay. So you need to diversify your business, and that's the whole reason why you have a big business. I have all types of people who speak different languages on my job. I have diversity training. I have all types of people, no matter what their color is, working under me. Get my point? You know what I'm saying? Hey, if Michael Jackson can do it, and Janet Jackson can have their own business, and Janet Jackson's about to have her own record label, they can do it. They not complaining about, well, it's hurt our people. No. And Michael Jordan will sell all them doggone Jordans. They have big business. Y'all buying $200 Jordan shoes. They have big business going all over the place. All type of children buying his shoes, and all type of men, different colors buying. And even they have female Jordans buying their shoes. Okay, you gotta do the doggone same thing. Okay, you can't sit here and Oprah. See her complaining and moaning about immigration. She's a billionaire, and she has all type of people work for her, and she not lead the black community. The people in the community left Oprah because she would not coon and talk about beating your dog on kid. Even though I have an issue with her agreeing with the Baltimore mom, because all the issue is she been going against Cole Punch, but she the one who's champion against it, along with the other talk shows back in the 90s. Okay, talk show hosts back in the 90s. Okay, but she refused to coon and do all the other stuff for act ghetto and be ghetto for being a Scottish mama on television. Okay, that's when I give her credit. She never acted as a Scottish mama on television. Okay. She a billionaire and she got all types of people working for her. She got a network. She got all this stuff going on. Okay, and she can do it, and any person of African descent who own a business can do the same doggone thing. And you cannot discriminate and only hire just people of African descent. You gotta hire all types of people because hey, the only color you worry about is green. So that's what hurt. hurt themselves in integration. Okay? And look, you know what I'm saying? On her staff, she got all type of folks. She got white folks working for her. She got all type, you know what I'm saying? Or Winfrey. So they do the same thing that Oprah Winfrey did. They would have been successful. Okay? I'm letting you know. One thing I like about the movie Beauty Shop with Queen Latifah, she had Alicia Silverstone work for her in that movie. You know, it's a fake movie, but still, I like the fact that Queen Latifah character Gina did not let them birds fly. The two light skinned girl, one was camel skin, one was high yellow, the yellow bone girl, and the camel skin girl named Portia and Mercedes, whatever their name was. They both left because the white girl came in there working for them. Okay, you know what? She let them birds fly. So she didn't want to go because I got a business. I got a business to make. You know what I'm saying? She said it was something like that. It was one of her lines. You know what I'm saying? And that's when Alfred Wood and all them stayed with Queen Latifah, Regina in the movie. That's how you have to run your business. You can't just only hire only black people, especially when we are 12% of the population. Okay, you gotta diversify your business. Okay, that's how white companies successful. Since they had the integration, they got successful because everybody came to their company. You gotta do the same ethic they do. Okay, and you can't worry about the color of a person's skin. Okay, so it ain't her eye, because like I tell people, whoever wants to separate in the black race, go back to Africa. Since you don't claim your Native American roots, go right back to Africa. Find an African country do you think your tribe is from. Okay, don't come here and try to preach that bullshit to everybody, because I'm sorry, Martin King was beaten, had dogs on them, was spit on, all called type of niggers. It hurt me seeing all that horrific stuff that happened back in the 1960s. But no, you want to complain about that and bitch and moan about integration. I'm glad I'm in. I don't want me sitting in the back of the bus and drinking color wild fountain, going to a school. They had outdated books. My grandparents told me about how the Cocoa Color School had outdated books, while the white school had updated books. Okay, I don't want to be pushed in an oppressed state. Okay, and no brother came out with no or sister came out with this idea of segregation. The white man did. The white racist man did. So y'all actually on the same page with the white racist people. They the coons. And like I say, y'all want to separate, please. Look, Mr. Thompson, he'll go back to Panama. No offense to any Hispanic person. Or go back to Africa. Find an African country. That your African ancestors came on a ship when the Spanish brought them ancestors down in Panama. Find what tribe they from. Nigeria, the Congo, whatever. Because it was West Africa. They brought the slaves from Africa to the Americas. Okay? Find it. Don't come here and tell white people in front of America that integration hurt us. It didn't. Our people hurt themselves. I tell it like it is. They can't blame everything on a white man. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta take responsibility for ourselves. Our people chose, because anytime you segregate like that, you are gonna lose resources. Okay? So y'all talking about that segregating everything, that bullshit. Just find somebody, find the Amistad cruise, and go back to Africa. So I'm glad I'm in an integrated society. I'm glad that I can go anywhere I want to without no person telling me to go sit in the back of the bus and no, I don't belong here. If they tell me I can always file a lawsuit and sue their asses and make a tons of money. Discrimination lawsuit, get that too. You know what I'm saying? That's good. I need that. You want to discriminate me? You know what I'm saying? I need some money. Shoot, get me out the ghetto. So anyway, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I gotta say about this war between the one LA and Angel Ramirez-Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Them brothers, and it's so funny. Now I mentioned on the Vice show talking about colorism. They said the darkest ones, sometimes the ones be cooning, and they were saying the ones who are lighter shade, and they're the ones who are very conscious. Now I'm not with that black national stuff, but they don't. I mean, Martin King was a lighter shade brother. He was camel skin. Malcolm X is not into the black national stuff, but he was a conscious. He was. I mean, I call segregating as a coon. That's a cool detective as well. But when he left the Nation of Islam, he actually realized them folks were not all that good. No offense to the Bible. I don't believe that they're not lots of Muhammad stuff. They were coons. They actually killed the brother for going against what he did with them the Yellowbone girls. Okay, so. And teenage yellowbone girls, should I say, and 6 years old, sleep around. Anyway, the point is, I don't believe that theory and them books about all this other stuff. That book is a black man book. I don't believe in that. I read some of that when I was a teenager, and I said, I don't believe this bullshit, and I sure did. Okay? No man, no matter if they dark skin, light skin, or sister, gonna tell me to run my ass and tell me how the fuck I supposed to because I have one drop of Negro blood. I'm supposed to walk this way, walk that way, talk this way, wear this hair. I don't know. I'ma do what the fuck I want to do, and that is freedom. Okay? So, yeah, Tom Samuel, stop making excuses about the hair. I mean, there's pretty women out there with their own natural hair or with weed. They still look good. You know what I'm saying? How they present themselves and everything. So stop sitting here. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want that threat, stop talking your opinion. Because you got white racist people. I've seen the white racist people who attack me. You know what I'm saying? They minimum subscribe to Thomas and Yours channel. Seriously. I'm saying some Hispanic ones too. You know what I'm saying? I said, well, y'all sure can't handle rainbow coalition with these type folks. They feel the same way about Thomas. There was some racist stuff about the, you know, and I'm sure they're making jokes about sisters and everything. That's the whole reason why, for example, before I close out, there is a video. You remember Don Amos came up with this term, nappy-headed hoes? Okay. Besides Patrice, whatever his name, the brother who's comedian who was defending the guy on Fox News, made a foot in D.L. Cooney Hoogley, okay? There's these brothers in high school or middle school. I haven't stumbled on this video, nappy headed whole song. These brothers in 2009, sister recorded this, and they were saying nappy headed hoe, nap in the back of the bus, nappy, and these white kids were laughing. This is the reason why we get that people that bash Thomas Sotomayor, because of folks like these young cooning brothers, camel skin brother and his dark skin, two dark skin, but they was nap, bump and rap to nappy head. They made a song called Nappy Head. No white racist person, brother made this song at a young age called Nappy Head Ho. Y'all look at a Nappy Head Ho song, and in the back of the bus, and white folks laughing. And now they ought to be adult now because child was 15. They could shoot. They couldn't be my doggone friend or Wayne Coalition. Cause you can just, and I got kinky hair too, so you can call me nappy head and nigga and stuff like that. Okay, no, behind my back. I'm glad I saw this video, cause if I see folks, they're not gonna be my Rainbow Coalition friends. Okay? So that's the reason why, because coons like you who talk shit about people in the African American race in generalizations that white race people will say, of course the outsiders are going to take your side who are racist because they don't like us all. So yeah, you team up with those the enemy. That's everybody. You make all these stupid jokes and make all head who gets so that's them. Well, dude, when they make Charcoal Boy and they call you Dark Monkey and all this other stuff, don't get offended because the same bullshit that folks call you Dark Monkey and Crispy is the same bullshit you doing to people when you call them, what's it called, hairy head hookers, all black women, beasties and stuff, because that's the same bullshit you're doing, Thomas, New York. So when I saw it first, I disagree. I shouldn't. You shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not with the, calling somebody gay. And I do agree with you that Mr. LA shouldn't call you gay, but you do it to his son, his dark skinned son, and you did to Angel Ramirez calling him sissy bone. And I'm serious. Y'all think someone that's lighter than you is a sissy because we not chocolate dog and that's not extremely masculine color? That I read complex by skin color policies about African American, and it does say about the lighter shade, they in the dark shade, and that's why you're saying about dark skin like men. You're being the one who's the color stroke racist. Okay, you are Thomas Sotomayor. You are, and I guess you do. And I'm sorry, you do hate yourself because you're saying all this old racist stuff. You know what I'm saying? Your daughter is not dark skinned, but what if you did have a child that was dark skinned and she heard all this stuff you come out your mouth? She would have low self esteem. You would be the worst steward of parent around your daughter if she was dark brown skinned like you. Because she'll think that she might go ahead and bleach herself if she chooses to do it. I mean, nothing wrong with skin bleaching, but there are some people who do it because they want to have different appearance on their own. They don't hate it. It's just a personal preference, and you have those who do hate themselves. Okay, so you should think that when you have all that stuff, and this is wrong, Tom. It's wrong. And I understand that you call out the thuggery and the coonery. I mean, the thuggery is cooning too. The ghetto shit, I give you credit for calling it out. But when you generalize it, that's when it becomes a problem. And you have white racist people like Rose. I'm glad you said Roseanne Barr. I don't want to talk about that bitch no more. I used to like her stuff. And I'm glad she found out that you laughing your jokes and stuff. And when you say about Jews, okay, she started following you and she talked bad about you. Okay, I'm glad because if she feels the same way about my sisters and about as a people, the same stuff you're saying, she laughing long at home about this. When I become famous, I'm not going near no Roseanne you know what I'm saying, Roseanne Barr on whatever the fuck her name is. She changed her name. She was Roseanne Barr, Roseanne on. Okay? You need to learn how to do some fucking weight if you want to talk about somebody's hair. But I'm talking about Roseanne, yeah, I'm glad I found it out. Okay? And she can't come and she's true, I agree with you. She can't get mad about Jews, anti-Semitic stuff, but you said all racist stuff about black folks. Okay, she can't get mad because saying if you don't want people talking bad about Jews, okay, you shouldn't talk about other people, other race of people too. You know, Judaism religion, but still, Judaism religion and when folks who anti-Semitic are hypocrites because the person who made Christianity was Jesus, and he was a Jew, and so was Mary, and so was Saint Blessed Mother Mary, and Saint Joseph, and all the rest of the first Christians were Jews. So you know, and Paul and Saint Peter, who's the first pope, he was a Jew. Okay, so he was a Jew, and Paul was a Jew. Okay, so they were not Gentiles when they became Christians, okay? So point is that gets on my nerves as well. But you right about that. But still, when white racist people follow your stuff, I mean, they follow my stuff. I'm serious. If you watch my video, do not follow me if you think that stuff, that bullshit that Thompson Hill say, because I'm offended by the stuff he says, and then saying about dark skinned women and all other stuff. But yeah, he gets mad about he contradicts himself. He gets mad about people call him Blackie and Ugly and Choco Boy and all that stuff. You do the same doggone thing that you say about these sisters. Okay? They do the same stuff they say about you, brother. It's the same stuff that you doing too, and you call folks, you talking about him calling you gay, but you call Angel Ramirez sissy bone. You know what I'm saying? Because he's extremely light skinned. You know, yes, you did. And I mean, I'm serious. Don't hate. I mean, see, it does seem like you jealous of him. That's why they're focusing you jealous of him because he was lighter than you and everything. Because you went that route by calling him sissy. You talking about that every black man worry about, which is true. I do get tired of our brothers because people say about me, I never had sex with a man. Do not want to have sex with no dude because I'm not macho. But these ultra brothers, ultra masculine brothers get on my nerves, making making us reverse sexist statements out there and causing worry about a man's sexuality, and what I'm saying, I do agree with that's stupid. But you do the same awful thing when you attack his son. Okay, we talk Mr. LA son. We talk you talk Angel Ramirez calling him sissy bone and all other stuff. Get that? Come on now, come on, come on. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to do this, people do this. I mean, one thing is saying, do unto others, do unto them. Do the same thing, brother. Okay, then we see your message. Okay, and so and you are a coon. I'm sorry, I'm saying you are a coon, Tommy. You are. I understand. Like I said, those who act and ghetto on purpose, they the coons too, because they shouldn't here trying to tell everybody we all ghetto and ratchet and stuff. We not, okay? I mean, I'm sorry. I will admit, I will get. I wasn't raised in a ghetto, but I will get ghetto cross the line, be disrespectful. That's a defensive technique. But I don't try to be ghetto everywhere I go. No, I'm not DMX. Like, what's his name? Cat Williams said. You know what I'm saying? At the breakfast table. You know what I'm talking about? In Pimp Chronicles? Yeah. So, that's how it is. All right, bye, y'all. Have a nice day. Just thinking about it. Let's work. Come on, move. Oh.